Oh, shit.
I was tripping, man. You want me to ask for my bike back? You know I wouldn't trip.
What bike? The beach cruiser. The one I let you use a couple of weeks ago. The one I've been asking you about. Oh, that bike. Ain't know you wanted it back, homie. It's right here. Follow me, homie.
Yeah, it's just like it's both ours. Just keep it down at my house. Cool.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Okay, man. Shout out to my audience, man. Shout out to those that's rocking with me, man. We back in the kitchen, man. It's early. We cooking. Got the goddamn sauce sizzling. It's a lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Okay, Texas Prisons, Part 3. Yep, want to talk about how one punch changed Big Jake's life forever. One punch. Yep. And it's actually not a funny story. But sometimes in the midst of pain, in the midst of sadness, sometimes you gotta laugh through the hard times. So yeah, didn't know you wanted it back, homie. But yeah, man, let me go and get to this shit, though. So, Wallace Unit, 2012, fourth year in prison. Okay, now, time done went on. I done made it out of medium custody. When they put me in population, they put me in building 4. Which, as I told you, on that side of the units, the Bloods, they had shit on lock. Now, in building 1 and 2, like, there was a lot of youngsters, wasn't no order. It was a lot of order in building 4. And they put me right in the tank with, my homie, 2 Pimpin' was in there, straight out of Texarkana. Shout out to you, Pimpin'. No, TC was next door. Squeak was in there. Rado, straight out of Bonton, South Dallas, Texas. And you had Trap, which I got a whole another story about Trap. Yeah, the story about Trap, that's gonna be an epic ass. Yeah, I got a whole story about Trap, whole goddamn story. But anyway, these were some solid dudes, solid. And across the hall, you had Big Jake. Yeah, man, Big Jake, man. Don't remember where he was from. All I know is we called him Big Jake. I want to say he had a 20-year sentence. I don't think it was ag, but he had been gone for about 8. Maybe even 10. Big Jake was well respected, man. Big Jake was about 6'3", maybe 6'4", but it ain't about his height. Big Jake looked like he grew up, wrestling cows and shit and taking down bears and Big Jake was a very dark-skinned brother, but he didn't do no working out. Wasn't no muscle. He was just a big-ass dude. Put you in the mind of a George, and he has biggest hands I've ever seen. He has some George Foreman, Sonny Liston type hands. He just naturally big, strong motherfucker. Yeah, and I know that from locking bees. That motherfucker damn near broke my hand every time I locked bees with Big J. I damn near broke my goddamn hand every goddamn time. But I still lock bees with him every time. Big J was solid. Not only was he solid, gotta be honest with you, bro. Big J could have been a bully, but he wasn't. He was far from a bully. No, Big Jake was just solid. Big Jake laughed. Big Jake actually had a very friendly kind of side, but he was solid. Don't ever get shit to it. And he didn't laugh a whole lot, but he was cool like that if he fucked with you. If he fucked with you, he'll laugh, chop it up with you, this and that, this and that. But it was always a demeanor to let you know, nah, don't get too friend, don't think shit too. Nah, Big Jake was different, bro. Big ass dude, man. And he could hoop. Yeah, we used to be on the court hoop. Don't get in that paint with him. Nah, and I'm gonna tell you something. I used to always get in the paint, be the one in the paint, or sometimes I'd work on the outside and shoot. But I love being in the paint. Not with Big Jake. Nope. Nah, bro. Big Jake's strength, he didn't know his own strength. He was different. I'm telling you, Big Jake was different. I'm telling you, I met some dudes that really didn't know they trap, and Big Jake dudes like they didn't know the harm they can do to a human being. These motherfuckers, I don't know, they didn't know their own strength. These motherfuckers was very strong. Big Jake was strong as shit. But cool. Tell you how I got cool with Jake. For one, when I went to Folk Building, my reputation followed me. Yeah, they had heard that I called out Metal Group. Yeah, the speaker for the Hoovers. So I had some respect. They knew who I was and shit. So I was embraced when I went to Building 4. Big Jake was one of the first one to lock beads with me. And we used to just talk here and there. Now, yeah, we used to chop it up here and there, and we used to hoop. So I would see him all the time. But, okay, fast forward. About a year or two later, which is now we in 2012. Okay, they got this little, what do you call this shit? I forgot the name of it, but it's when a bunch of white folks, church folks come and all the thugs go. Because for one, it's a endless supply of chocolate chip cookies. You eat free world food every day for about 3-4 days. And you hear about God and you hug white folks and yeah, shit like that. Well, Big Jake went and I went. Let me tell you something about this place. And they had the coffee was different. Listen, they had it was some Starbucks type shit. So yeah, we in that bitch drinking 3-4 cups of coffee. Sick as shit off coffee and cookies. We so full off the coffee and cookies. By the time the food come, really, we just doing some extra shit, bro. Motherfuckers full off coffee and cookies. This shit was extravagant. Yeah, for a prisoner, for a motherfucker that's been locked up eating prison food for 4 years, that shit was extravagant. Yeah, they had some wonderful dishes, all kind of shit. And it was as much as you could eat. Yeah, everything you can think of, they had it. So me and Big Jake was there. Now, I can't give too much of this story because about the church event, because that's a whole nother story about some shit I made a decision about. But anyway, Big Jake was there, and at that event, I chose to stop banging. But that's a whole nother story. It's a lot more to that. But anyway, when I chose to stop banging, completely stop, announced that shit, all that. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But when I stopped banging, Big Jake was like, yeah, I'm going to slide back, bro. I just want to make some changes. Because Big Jake, he had a hell of a reputation. He was a lot meaner than he once, he was once a lot. Yeah, he had actually kind of calmed down, but he was still square business. But I remember Jake talking to me. He told me, I respect you, bro. I respect your decision, man. He said, man, I'm finna slide back. Now, I don't know if y'all, sliding back don't mean I'm gonna stop banging. It just mean like, yeah, you ain't really locking B. You really ain't in the mix, bro. You ain't in the mix, but you still a blood. So Big Jake slid back. Now, I done stopped banging. Shit, my whole, everything has changed. When you stop banging, it's a whole lot of shit changed. Whole lot of homies changed on me. Big Jake never changed on me. Man, at one point I was falling out of place to go over there and just talk to Big Jake. Because we were just both on some positive shit, like trying to change, bro. Trying to change, man, and tired of the bullshit. So, I'm chopping it up with him, bro. And I got close to Big Jake, man. I got love for Big Jake, man. Real talk. So it's it's a fucked up story, man, because I grew to have love for this brother, genuine love for this brother. We wasn't best friends, but nah, man, one day I'm chopping it up with him, man. And Big J tell me, man, I got a daughter. I was like, what? Yeah, I got a daughter. I want to say she was about 17, and he hadn't heard from had never talked to her, actually. And anyway, he was like, man, I wrote her, man, I'm just nervous, man, this and that, man. I really want to be in her life. So I'm just keeping in touch with him at this time. I'm coming over there, and then he come show me a letter, and she sent a picture, and and he was like, yeah, that's my daughter right here. I was like, damn, she looked just like it. Yeah, she was just light skinned. Looked just like him though. But I was like, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. He said, man, yeah, she even talking about coming to see me, man. I was like, bro, I'm proud of you, man. You doing your thing, man. That's what's up, man. You got your daughter in your life, man. God blessing you, bro. God blessing you. He got a lot in store for you, bro. And I was just happy for him, bro. Like I said, Big Jake, with his size and strength, he could take trays every day. He could extort motherfuckers every day. Everybody was scared of him. And especially, gotta mention this too. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little racial. I done met some bad white boys. Met some bad Mexicans. When a white boy is bad, blacks are never scared of him. They may respect him. I've never seen a black, even the little homies, they not scared of the baddest. The baddest white boy on the yard, the little homie will fight him. I've seen some bad Mexicans. They respect it. I've never seen no black scared of him. When a black is the baddest motherfucker or one of the baddest motherfuckers, everybody's scared of him. That's kind of a difference. It wasn't a Mexican on that unit that wasn't scared of Big Jake, and I don't give a damn what you motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. Shit. And I done seen motherfuckers with less strength than Big Jake that I've seen Mexicans scared of. One of them was Zach, and Zach had the coldest hands on the unit. Whole nother story. Zach was 45, been gone 22 years. Coldest hands on the unit. Solid. That motherfucker, he used to dab me up with his fit, and that shit, bro, I swear to God, my knuckles be bruised every time. His knuckles was solid, and he fought with his guard down. Anyway, that's another story. But I've seen him check 20 Mexicans. But anyway, no Mexican or white boy would dare fuck with Big Jake. No guard would dare fuck with Big Jake, bro. As friendly as he was friendly to a certain degree. Nobody tried. Like I tell you, when you black and you one of the baddest motherfuckers, nobody would try you, especially not another race. It'll be one of your own that'll try you before. No other race will try the baddest black man on the unit. And I'm not going to say Jake was the baddest, but he was definitely one of them. I think he was the strongest. That's for damn sure. And probably one of the most intimidating. Jake had a look to him, bro. You just knew he had seen some shit, done some shit, and you just knew, bro, shit ain't sweet, bro. Shit is not sweet, and shit can get dangerous if you fuck with him. So I'm steady talking to Big J. His daughter come see him. By this time, they writing letters every day, man. And he was just telling me a lot of stuff she had going on. She was a senior, finna graduate. I want to say even, I think Jake was even sending her money and shit like that. Jake had a lot of connections. So Jake could get his hands in anything. He had that kind of pull, bro. He just had pull. And Crips fucked with him. Everybody fucked with Jake. He was one of them dudes, everybody really liked him. He was a likable dude. He was intimidating, but very likable. So one night, man, and he was in the dorm across from me. Man, I'm chilling, man. And next thing I know, everybody run to the goddamn window. And we looking across the hall. Okay, it was this guard. He was from Saudi Arabia or some shit. Muslim brother. You know, a lot of them brothers, that African blood go everywhere because they look black too, just like the Latino. But anyway, he had some curly head, was kind of light skinned a little bit, curly head. But he spoke that kind. He was Arabian. He was Saudi Arabian. He was Arab, and he had his ways. Sometimes he was alright, but he was one of them guards. You know, when he's saying, like, when he do an in and out or some shit like that, when they open the cells and you can go in your cell or come out, he was one of them that'll try to close the door on your ass. Yeah, you've been there and went and tried to grab some money or grab some commissary or something. You probably finna shoot some dice. You trying to grab something, grab coffee, whatever you trying to grab. He'll been and close the door on you. No warning, and then you run to the door. Hey, bro, can you pop the lock? No, I can't do it. I will not do it. Yeah, he one of them. Well, it was rack time, which is day room closed, get in your goddamn cells. The fat lady or son. Okay. He's going around the cells and he was in front of Big Jake, and Big Jake, he had some, I guess he was trying to grab something out the day room that he forgot. And he, like I said, the Arab, sometimes he get to tripping and he get to talking shit. He want you in your cell type shit, try to rush you. He tried to rush Big Jake. Big Jake was standing in front of his cell talking to the man like, hey man, I'm just trying to, they say he kind of tried to use his hand to move Jake. By the way, keep in mind the Arab is about $170, about 5'5", short. Jake about 6'4", about 280. Big country strong. I'm pretty sure when he tried to move Jake, he didn't move him. Next thing I know, one punch and the officer is down. Not only was he down, he was shaking very badly. He was seizing up. Reason why I know this, because like I said, we run to the window to see what you could just see him laid out, shaking very badly. By this time, he was down for so long. I'm gonna say about 10, 15 minutes before the guards even came. And yeah. And when they came, they locked everybody down. They put him on a stretcher. Yeah, they had to curve light him, and they had him on the stretcher. You could see him on the stretcher just shaking, constantly seizing up. Lockdown. Not only did they rack us up, they put us on lockdown. They locked the whole unit down. Not just that building. The whole unit went on lockdown. Now, I've been on lockdown several times. It's fucked up. Everybody try to get their shit together. When you go on lockdown and there's no warning, it fucks everything up. Motherfuckers got packs. Motherfuckers got shit out. Motherfuckers in the midst of getting motherfucker in the middle of a tattoo. And motherfuckers doing all kind of shit. And when you normally some of the guards will give you a heads up before they lock it down. That way you can get out your shit and put it up. Because during lockdown you get searched. Everything gets searched through. So you got to kind of put your shit up. There was no warning. Lockdown, everybody racked it up. So we on lockdown. It's miserable. I mean, and keep in mind, commissary it was supposed to come later that week. Not too many people had commissary. I had none. It was fucked up. For one, they give you some shit. Yeah, they give you little sandwiches. It may be bologna. Sometimes it may be a weenie. It may be a chicken patty. But every day you gonna get them peanut butter and jellies. By the way, inmates, you motherfuckers, later on working in the kitchen, I seen how much the own prisoners don't give a fuck about how we eat. It's a mixture of some shit. It's peanut butter, it's jelly, but it's some other shit they do. It's greasy as shit. It looks slimy as shit. They put it right in the middle of the goddamn bread. One scoop. You kind of got to stretch it out. And keep in mind, I hated lockdown also because I'm not big on sandwiches. I hate bread with I don't fuck with it. I eat a Subway sandwich, but as far as just bread, I don't really like bread. You understand what I'm saying? So it was very hard for me. Very, very hard. Motherfuckers was drinking a lot of goddamn water. Stomach touching backs. Like I said, a lot of people done had comments here because motherfuckers waiting on stove. We're not very responsible in prison. We spend most of what we got. And most of the time before stove come, everybody's, low on their shit. So motherfuckers, hey, bro, motherfuckers is, motherfuckers shooting coffee across. Motherfuckers ain't got coffee. We strained up, bro. Guard come by the cell. Matter of fact, they called us out. I want to say it was the captain. And he basically say, we going to stay on lockdown until somebody, because they didn't know who hit them. We going to stay on lockdown until somebody come forward and say, you did it. So, we going to be on lockdown until then. That was the word on the street. So, everybody like, damn. So now I'm like, God damn, ain't no telling how long we gonna be on lockdown. About 2 weeks go by. Well, I ain't even gonna, about a week and a half. Word get around. They got Big Jake. Yeah, they got him. They just escorted him out. What? Somebody gave him up. Yeah, man, they got him. Somebody told it. Yeah, somebody told it. We didn't come off lockdown like they promised. We was on lockdown an additional 2 weeks, which is damn near a month. I say that's about the longest I was on lockdown. Fucked up story, man. They had to send Big Jake not to another unit. When you catch a free world charge, you got to go to that county, the county jail there, and go there, and they give you additional time. Word on the street was they gave Big Jake 45 years aggravated, added to his 20-year sentence, meaning he got to finish his 20 years and then he got 45 ag to do, which is 45 ag. You got to do 22 and a half before you see parole. Yeah. So that was the word on the street. Oh, by the way, the guard, they say he was bleeding from the brain. They said he had a lot of brain damage. Never the same. I want to say he was pretty much a vegetable. Couldn't walk again. Couldn't do nothing. And we never saw that guard again. Never saw Jake again. That story really hurt me, man, because I really fucked with Jake. Just letting you know about prison, man. You can be a good dude, bro. And I got to be honest with you, bro. Guards, they keep up. You got to understand. And a lot, like I said, motherfuckers brag about the packs you get in from these guards. You brag about this guard you fucked. See, one thing I had a mentality, even when I was young and banging, I said, these motherfuckers ain't shit. I don't give a fuck. And I never chased guards, like trying to get them in my pocket. Because for one, that shit is like a marathon. You up against a lot of competition, people trying to beat you to the punch. You motherfuckers, I'm not finna chase these guards. Which I got another story about another guard. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. She say he just a friend, but that's another story. But now, bro, I didn't chase guards, and I knew at the end of the day, you gonna report to that captain. When that warden wanna know, you gonna tell him. I don't give a fuck how much weed you bring in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you bring me McDonald's in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck how many Happy Meals you bring me. Motherfucker, you gonna tell. And you gonna protect your job. And you gonna do some shit like this. So I never trusted guards. And I never gave a fuck about having a guard on my team. So that ain't never been no impressive shit to me. So, like I said, guards keep up 90% of the mess in prison. They got it to where we got to sit at certain tables. They let that shit go on. They could stop that shit. Yeah, it's like 9 different tables. The Bloods got a Crips got a table, GD's got a table, folks got a table, and it's about 4 different Mexican tables, and you got one white boy. Yeah, the white boys always got one table. Yeah. I got some more shit I gotta say about that, cause I got a whole nother story about that. But yeah, man, guards can really You never know what somebody going through, man. Jake Jake was a stand-up, solid brother, but he was humble to a certain degree. And he didn't bully nobody like he could have. And a lot of times guards will see you. I'm telling you, bro, I've seen it. It's been done to me. A guard will see you changing. They'll see you changing. They'll see your growth. They'll see good things happening for you. And their life is shitty. A lot of them guards live shitty lives. A lot of them guards are more institutionalized than us that are in prison. So a lot of times they come in with that, I want to start some shit. Guards start riots all the time. They start beefs with Bloods and Mets. They start it all the time. Yeah, it be over the dope they bring in. Yeah, it be over some shit like that. It be over territory. It be over shit like that. So a guard will come in and see you doing your thing in your own world, not bothering nobody, and try to fuck that up. And try to really, cause the dudes in the dorm later told me he was really fucking with Jake. He was really trying to push him. He was just purposely trying to push him. This big ass man that's humble, but he has a temper to a certain. You not gonna just, guards never disrespected Big Jake. Ever. They knew not to do that. But he wasn't gonna fuck with you. Just don't disrespect. Nobody ever disrespected Big Jake. Ever. In the history of the time I knew him. Nobody some dudes you don't disrespect. Some dudes leave. Some dudes, what them old folks, he needs some leave him some well enough alone. Some shit like he needs some leaving alone. Leave that motherfucker alone. He ain't gonna fuck with you, but don't fuck with him. The guard, yeah, he probably had found out his woman was fucking somebody else and he was depressed and a lot of shit going on in his life. And he came in there and decided to pick on a giant. He decided to pick on the strongest motherfucker on the whole unit. You could have picked on a lot of people. And I hate what happened to him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not celebrating. No, I hate what happened to that man. I hate it for both men because I don't wish harm on nobody. But like I said, that man had an agenda to fuck with him. He had an agenda. He had an agenda on his mind to fuck with that man. That man had his daughter back in his life. Like I said, he had a 20-year sentence, had been gone 8. He was going to come home pretty soon, man. Don't know where Big Jake is, haven't heard from. Like I said, I don't even know his last name. One of the most solid brothers I ever met. One of the realest motherfuckers I ever fucking met. Solid, real, wasn't nothing fake about Big Jake. Nothing fake. And he was solid, and he was a rider, and he demanded respect everywhere he go. A fucking giant. Another thing I want to mention, like I said, we was on lockdown about a month. You know, another thing about that, I'd have stayed on lockdown the rest of my stay just so Big Jake wouldn't have got caught. Yeah, if it was up to me, I'd have never. If it was just up to me, like if Charles don't tell, I would have never. Nah, bro. Nah, and a lot of times, that's why this street shit you motherfuckers talk about, I don't honor it. I don't uplift this bitch. Most of you drug dealers tell, bro. Most of you motherfuckers got a law in your pocket. You tell, bro. You fuck with the laws, bro. You fuck with motherfuckers that lock up your homies, bro. That shit don't impress me. So I don't give a fuck about no street code. And I don't give a fuck about a prison code. Most of these motherfuckers, like I said, you motherfuckers in prison is locked up and done been treated bad by the police, done been treated bad by guards. Just to get off lockdown, you went and told on that man. Never knew who told on. That motherfucker probably got off the unit. But never knew who told him. But the motherfucker who did it, you went with the system. Like I'd have stayed on lockdown the rest of my stay in prison. Just so that man wouldn't have had to get them 45 years, bro. So like I told you, a lot of time we as people, and it reminds us as black people, we never know how to stand together against the system. We don't know how to stand against, like the police, just like the guards in prison. We don't know how to stand against them. No matter how many of them they shoot us down, no matter how many guns and drugs they put in our neighborhood, because the laws run the streets, motherfucker. A lot of you street motherfuckers don't know. The police run the streets, just like the guards run the prison, pimping. This shit go hand in motherfucking hand. Shit hurt my heart, man. Hurt me to tell this story, but I love Big Jake. Really grew and got to know this man. Really got to know him. Really got to know him. And not many people got to know Big Jake. He didn't fuck with too many. He loved his blood homies. He was down. He didn't fuck with a lot of people, bro. but he fucked with me. He fucked with me. Fucked with me. That was my brother, man. Like I said, they told on him. After about a week and a half, 2 weeks on lockdown, motherfucker gave him up. One punch changed his life forever. Another thing, lockdown is very, it's some shit, bro. Gotta be honest with you. You know, when we went through this shit with COVID, it just reminds me of how a system can control people. Let me tell you something. When we got off lockdown from COVID, yeah, because that was lockdown. Wasn't no difference from a prison lockdown. Yeah, you couldn't go nowhere. The streets was locked. All that shit. That's when you motherfuckers, a lot of you motherfuckers, the street motherfuckers, they think you tough. You found out the white boy run this shit. And you found out you gonna do what he say. A lot of you motherfuckers found that shit out during COVID. So when we came out from COVID, it was just like when we came out from lockdown, from the shit with Big J. When you been on lockdown about a month, let me tell you something about that unit. It was like a fucking goddamn, it was like a jungle. We was running every motherfuckers is out of place. Barbers are everywhere, couldn't hurt. Motherfuckers is moving packs. Back on the goddamn tape. Motherfuckers go crazy because it almost feel like you free. In prison, yeah, coming off lockdown after a month, it's like you free. Boy, you get to go to rec. Oh boy, you walk down that old bowling alley. That's what they call the goddamn walk. Yeah, you get to go in the child hall. Oh yeah, it's like being free. Kind of similar. It remind me when we came off this COVID shit. Motherfuckers was wrecking cars. Motherfuckers was just buying shit. The dope man couldn't the motherfucker couldn't keep traffic out of his yard. You motherfuckers went crazy. So yeah, it just kind of reminded me of the same thing. But yeah, we came off lockdown. And goddamn it, a lot of people were hurt about that situation with Jay. He had a lot of love, man. Damn, bro. Don't know what a brother is. Like I said, they say he got 45 attached to his time. So that's a lot of goddamn time, bro. Over one punch. Another thing, it's like you just never know, bro. When you go in there, it ain't guaranteed you coming home, bro. It ain't just gotta be no stabbing or no shit like that. It can just be a guard fucking with. A guard can set you up. A guard will put dope under your mat. A guard will put drugs under your mattress. Which reminds me of another story I got. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that one. It's gonna be another one called, yeah, when I made parole, that's the only time in prison I was scared. Yeah, I was, because let me tell you something about that. When you finna go home, and you better not let nobody find out, a motherfucker set you up. Motherfucker will put dope on you. Motherfucker will walk up and steal off on you. I swear to God, I've seen it done. Motherfucker will walk up and steal off on you. Motherfucker start a riot. Yeah, just because he done started a ride with the email, just because he know you going home, and you in the day room, you gonna get that ride charge. Sick. You gonna get shipped out, pimping. Yeah, a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. So this shit ain't nothing to uplift, bro. It's a system and it's in place for a reason. So yeah, I just like to break this shit down. This ain't about no excitement or no thrill of prison or none of that. It's just trying to break this system down and how these motherfuckers do, man. But yeah, Big Jake, man, I always remember you, man. I definitely got love for you, pimping. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.